Welcome back to Trekyards, everybody. He's Fred.
He's Fred!
We're Freds.
Welcome to Fred's store.
We're going to be talking about Fred and his shop. Just saying.
And whatever you happen to have lying around. It wasn't like a Walmart where you can go in there's like shelves where you can everything like name tag. No, it's got, the display items. So Stuart, in this first episode, well, the last episode we got two. First episode, we got to see a rather tremendous, for me personally, synth in the classic Data style, who was a great performance. I hope he's undeaded over the course of the season, because he's a robot. Android, you can do that. Great job. Reshoots. Go reshoot. Bring it back. No. Anyway, and it's great because he obviously lived for hundreds of years. They said that, not fully specifically, but, so that he has knowledge and interest of old tech. And they obviously bring this stuff back from the Romulan ship. But there's more stuff in the room. And me, being the little eager beaver I am, scrolled through every single shot of that episode and found every single prop I could for any single angle. And I have a collage here that highlights everything I could find that was of notable Trek. And there's a distinct theme here besides the obvious. So here's my collage. There's all the Trek canon they included in the 32nd century, or 31st century.
There's a lot there, but I got two favorites. Self-sealing stem bolts.
Most important thing. Yeah.
And the cloaking device, which is like literally straight out of the Haynes manual for the Bird of Prey that was done by Rick Sternbach. So, yeah. Now,
did you note? Is any of this surprised you that you didn't notice? Because a lot of it is very quick.
Yeah, the phaser rifle. Didn't notice the little Mek'leth Klingon Discovery thing. I did see the Discovery season 1 phaser, and I didn't realize that the one he used was like a Picard phaser.
Yeah, from top left to bottom right, we've got the Star Trek First Contact phaser rifle, DS9 Self-Sealing Stem Bolt. On the top right, you've got a Romulan Picard tricorder. It was concept art, and a Picard data module, which was the things that they put Data's brain in the end of season 1. Second row, you've got the Confederation phaser with a slight silver thing at the front to kind of make it look not, but it's clearly a Confederation phaser, so from a different timeline that stopped existing, a Discovery season 1 Bat'leth. The Star Trek Picard season 3 cloaking device prop. From bottom, you got the thug chap from season 1 / all random civilian phaser pistol. The one-time use, if you Google it, it's super hard to find. The Picard's almost girlfriend's ex-husband who died, his gun, for the one time he used it, and then never again. That's his gun. It's okay if you don't remember. It's in one scene in season 1, and then it's like... Anyway, that gun, season 1 phaser, and of course a Klingon Mek'leth, Targ. Now, of course, the pattern here, Stuart, is they just raided the Picard prop archive, because I kind of thought they might make new things. So they didn't, really. But guess what? Picard, obviously, you did things from other Treks in season 3, and so you have that stuff. So if this DS9 era, we'd be thrilled. Voyager props, but some of the stuff's like from Picard season 1 era. But it is still from the modern Treks. So how do you feel seeing it all and knowing they just sort of raided the Picard art department?
People that worked on the show, I would have brought in my own prop maybe to put in there somewhere, and there might be stuff that we missed as well. Like you might see behind the scenes images or something that show more, because it's only what we can see and find, right? So
yeah, for the most part, the racks, as you can see on the top left, they're gun racks. There's a selection of alien weapons. They kind of look like modern day. I don't recognize any of them, and maybe they're like a background extra from like a really deep background, but there's no like random Romulan rifle or so you'd notice, etc.
Yeah. No, it's cool that they did this, though. I always love when they do this kind of stuff. We saw it in Lower Decks, too, where the Orions had a variety of different weapons and things thrown in. So,
well, this just cost them the shipping fee, because obviously that stuff's in LA, move it to Toronto. That's it, right? And it broadens out the world, and for people like us, we check out every frame, find the stuff, take the appreciation, but all they do in the day is just put something somewhere and hope it makes it onto camera.
And that's great. I love that they do that, because it's fun for people like us that like to snoop and see what's in the background.
And the phaser rifle, especially, that was very hard to find because it is in very few shots as not in focus. I had to brighten it massively. It's right at the edge of the frame, so it's definitely they didn't highlight it in any way. But that's the only thing that makes me most excited because I love that prop, but also yay TNG.
And I kind of like that there's a Discovery Klingon weapon there. They made them. They're not going to ever use them again. Might as well get some of use out of them. So,
and I mean that's the thing. It also was only used in like one shot. Think about it. It was and it's a very very bad edit of the whatever his name is, Torchbearer stabbing. Well, it's himself. It's a terrible design.
Oh, so that's the Batleth version. That's the bigger one.
No, that's what this is. Batleth.
Yeah, I thought it was a smaller version, or like a smaller one.
No, there's a couple of other things on the walls that are like half Batleths with like they that.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell they are, but that's Batleth. But yeah, it was only used in one scene. Obviously disliked very quickly after. We've never seen. So yeah, it was. I mean, that presumably cost tens of thousands of dollars potentially. But you know what? Most people aren't going to remember it. Let's be brutally honest. It's a nice wall ornament. It is. It's a nice looking not weapon.
Now, the fun thing is that there's an actual real Klingon weapon here in the form of that dagger, which was never used in Discovery as far as I know. I mean, it might have been.
Well, this is what I love about Picard. They put so much effort into making Evil Picard's archive. That's just the red box from it. They had loads of things in red boxes. They just... Red box. Which is annoying because they could have had a TOS phaser in the red box. Like, they had everything, right? That room, obviously, I'm sure it was rented either from maybe a fan or from the archive that couldn't come out. This is all stuff that could be released, whatever. But they could have been a TOS phaser. And it would have been really, really... Obviously, this is us being a fan. But imagine if they'd put next to that Discovery phaser a TOS and Stranger World phaser. Like, wouldn't that have messed with people? All three art designs in the same table? That would have been wow, you know? And they had them, so they could have...
The top left phaser rifle picture, there's a skull behind it as well. It looks like a Dilophosaurus skull, like a dinosaur skull.
Yeah,
it's just interesting.
I mean that's a big part of why when they did TNG then Voyager DS9, they had access to every prop costume they kept, hundreds of items they could pull in, repaint, whatever. So they obviously have this in this department. So I would like to see some Stranger World stuff. You could obviously argue small universe. This stuff is actually kind of the unusual stuff. To see the season 1 phaser, it makes it kind of rare. So the Romulan stuff, the Klingon stuff, the cloaking device, like that's an awesome prop to bring in from the Picard thing because they put time and effort into rebuilding that carefully. But it would be nice to see some Stranger World stuff too. Would have been cool. Could have walked over from the other room, literally, like half a mile away. They could have grabbed stuff.
I think we might see Stranger World stuff later. I'm just saying.
Also true. Yeah, yeah, because they picked stuff that you wouldn't as like. Light core fans, as it were, hardcore light core, or Discovery. If you haven't seen Picard, you will not know what the right two bottom things are. You just won't. If you didn't see season 1 Discovery, you won't know what Batleth is. So there's clever use.
Yeah.
But no, guys, bit of fun.
There you go. The Curiosity Shop of Fred has been looked at.
I call it a gun shop in my notes because most of these things are guns. Because guess what? Those are props that you tend to keep. You can throw in. Yeah, and they're more distinct shapes, aren't they? Often you want, great out of focus thing, but a weapon is quite notable. Yeah.
So comment down below if we missed anything. If there's something you caught, let us know, and let us know what you think about these. Did you see all these? Comment down below. We want to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell icon so you don't miss anything. We do lots of breakdown videos during New Trek as well as lives. So please join us. We don't want you to miss out.
And if you want to support what we do here, there, and everywhere, you can via Patreon, monthly service, by PayPal, one-time donation, trekyards@hotmail.com. Join the channel on YouTube, and you'll be in the fleet with so many cool ships. You can, Stranger World Enterprise, and all of just the fun, weird things we have as part of that. Or just join the live, say hi, super chat, super thanks, all the cool stuff. Or just keep turning up because we want the interaction and the dynamic with you fine folk.
That's right. So until next time. He is Commander Fred.
And he is Admiral Fred III.
And we are Trekyards. Thank you for watching.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.